Hello and welcome to this month's video clinic, Managing Stress. Well, it's certain stress is one of the biggest killers of our time, and it is very unlikely that anyone's going to get through their life without having a bit of stress. So what I want to look at in this presentation is establishing what stress is, both from a physiological point of view and a psychological point of view. And more importantly, I want to give you some strategies on how to manage your stress. Because what we know about stress is if you have it for long periods of time, it is very destructive to the body. It's also very destructive to the mind. So let's look at the physiological first. And I'm going to use a very extreme example. Alright, you're walking down the street, someone pulls out a shotgun, they've aimed it at you, running at you. What happens as far as the physiology? Well, immediately your heart rate increases, your blood pressure goes up, glucose is released to your muscles so you can run faster or you can protect yourself. Those are actually very normal and very appropriate responses to stress, or the alarm part of stress. It's what is often referred to as the fight or flight syndrome. Very similar as well to an athlete, whether it be a boxer or a footy player that's trying to save their neck. Again, a normal response. Now, where the problems come and where the challenge is when you have prolonged stress over long periods of time and not coming via those sorts of situations. Let's look at how to cope with stress. The first thing that I would always recommend is talk about it. Often, we bottle things up, and when we bottle things up, we don't have any capacity to communicate. By talking to either a good friend, a work colleague, someone that you trust, you might find that they've been in a similar predicament and they may have a solution. If nothing else, you're going to feel better just actually getting it off your chest. Okay, next thing is, when you feel those first stages of stress starting to come on, breathe. The most simple thing that we do all the time. Slow your breathing down. Okay? Breathing in through the nose, filling up the belly and the lungs, breathing out through the mouth. Now do that for say 30 to 60 seconds and tell me that you don't feel a little bit more relaxed, that your heart rate hasn't come down. Keep breathing. Okay. In line with breathing, a fantastic remedy for stress, and I'm going to sound like a broken record because I'm always mentioning it in these clinics, is exercise. By exercising, you're going to release feel-good endorphins, you're going to lower the incidence of stress, you're going to lower the chances of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, etc. You're going to feel a lot better. Okay, another thing might be get out in nature. Okay, by having a stroll on the beach or a walk in the hills, or even say playing with a dog or a cat that are also part of nature, you're going to feel a lot more relaxed and you're going to lower your stress levels. Find a hobby, okay? Again, by finding a hobby, you're keeping your mind involved on a different task as opposed to the stress. You're getting lost in the moment. One more quick tip will be laugh. That's it. Laughter. Talk to a friend that makes you laugh. Watch a show that makes you laugh. Tell a joke. It is very challenging to be stressed out when you're laughing. So find more laughter and create less stress. All right, the unhealthy ways of dealing with stress are to find immediate solutions such as taking a pill or doing drugs that will make you feel or make you stop feeling straight off, or excessive alcohol. Find reasonable levels. By using those alternatives, it's a very short-term solution that's never going to be helpful in the long run. Now the other thing is you have to be able to create boundaries. For better or worse, we live in the most accessible time in nature ever. So all of a sudden, I want to get a hold of someone, I can't get them on the landline, try them on the mobile phone. Can't get them there, send them an email. Can't get them there, track them via Facebook, and on and on and on. Part of managing stress is managing your time and understanding that there is a time and a place for everything. When we look at the mental outlook of things, and that's where we live between our left ear and our right ear, we find that it's how you perceive things. We got two people, and let's say they have the same stress that's put upon them. One person goes, all right, yep, this is a stressful situation. Let's look at a solution. They cope, they deal with it, and they get on with it. And they can live more productive lives. Now you have another person that not only perceives it as, here's an issue, but because they don't live in the moment, they're going to replay it over and over and over again, as opposed to trying to find an actual solution. That is why things like yoga and meditation are highly effective tools with dealing with stress, because they practice mindfulness. And what mindfulness is that you're focused on one thing in the moment, right here, right now. And that is a very big part of dealing with stress. Things have times and things have places. You have to set parameters. And if you do so, again, for work, all right, while you're at work, cope with work. But if you're at 11 o'clock at night still dealing with work, as opposed to sleeping or being with your family or having fun, you're not going to be so productive at work, and vice versa. When you're at work, that's not necessarily the time that you deal with your home life. So keep things into their compartments. Realize to every problem there is actually a solution. If the stress starts to go up and up and up, and you've tried talking to someone, a friend, and you've tried some of the techniques and they're still not effective, that is when it's very important to get some professional help, talk to a psychologist or a counselor, and realize that you will, in time, find that solution. I wish you nothing but health and happiness and a minimal amount of stress.